Hello and welcome to this open and awesome Q&A video. I'm Victoria Rose and you can find me at openandawesome.com. Today's question is around how to find people who are poly or open. And the reason why I wanted to talk about this today is because this is something that just keeps coming up again and again with the people I speak to and also with my clients. And I realized that, you know, my last video we were speaking about how to speak to people you're interested in about the type of relationship that you want. And that's a bit difficult if you haven't found them first, okay? And also by far the easiest way of getting into an open relationship or into a poly relationship is finding somebody who from the get-go wants the same thing that you do. All right, not to say that the others aren't possible. They are, and people make them work, but it's just easier if you find somebody who, you know, from the start just wants what you want. So how do you find these? First of all, you know, there's a bunch of resources out there about what you can do, and I'm just going to summarize it so I can give you a very short, very concise video, and I'm going to give you a few things that other people haven't mentioned. Okay, so first of all, I would say meeting face-to-face is the most effective way of building your community and also the most effective way of finding partners. So we're going to go with that first. So how can you meet people face-to-face? First of all, you have Meetupcom. If you already identify as polyamorous, then that's great. Or even if you're like curious, just get on Meetup.com and search for, you know, poly or relationships, and you will find a bunch of groups. If there's none in your area, you can also start one. Again, there's so many resources online on how to start a group and how to keep it going and how to keep it healthy. So, you know, do your online search and you'll find lots of stuff there. Other stuff you can do is go to a poly speed dating event. This is one very easy way to actually find people to date, because everyone there is looking for, you know, to date and to have partners. So, you know, what could be better than that? There's many of them around, especially if you're in the US. I'm organizing one in London in the UK. And if not, you can also set up your own. And if you're interested in doing that, get in touch with me and I'll put you in contact with the right person. All right. We also have a bunch of different communities that are not strictly poly or open, but who have a higher than average representation of people who are doing open relationships or are poly. And we have like burner events, so this is like Burning Man local events, so you don't have to actually go to the Burning Man, but we have like Nest in the UK, there's Nowhere in Spain, there's groups in Australia, and there's a bunch of different groups in the US. So just go and find your own, and you'll see that they're just like, you don't even have to explain poly, people know what it is, okay? Other groups, so we have like the Tantra community and we have BDSM especially, lots of people into open relationships, all right? Events, they tend to be more play focused, but you can also go to workshops, you can go to munches, and you know, you'll find lots of people there. What I would say that's very important to take into account whenever you're going to a group is, first of all, go to a group with a shared interest. So just go to things that resonate with you as a person, and that's the best way. You can't go wrong like that. All right. And then, you know, in terms of what you do when you get there, I've got a different video as part of my crash course that you can find on my website, so I'm not going to delve into that. Okay, so what about online? Because lots of people say, you know, online is your best bet. And I have to say online is your best bet, but do try and like take that offline. So what are the different websites you can go to? Well, there's OkCupid. OkCupid will do excellent matches if you answer enough questions. So just keep going at it and, you know, find your people. Then we have a ton of websites that are more and more springing up that are focused especially on open relationships and polyamory. So Cotango is a very good one if you don't specifically identify as poly, or even if you do, okay, but it's just not like poly focused. You don't have to be poly. OkCupid, you don't have to be poly either. It will match you with people who, you know, will be a good match for you. And then specifically poly, we have Plenty of Fish and Poly Matchmaker. Those are very good. Then we also have FetLife, which is a kink focused dating site, but it also has lots of message boards and forums, so just go on there, have a look, immerse yourself on it. It's a great place to learn kinky stuff. It is amazing, and you'll also be able to find about lots of face-to-face events in your area, so you know, great resource if you're into kink and BDSM. And lastly, we have Facebook. You know, Facebook has a ton of different groups, and it really depends on where, you know, well, we have general groups and we have groups that are geographically focused. So go and find your group. Again, once you actually meet the people, it's important to keep a few things in mind, but I've got a specific video on that. So if you take my awesome open relationship crash course, I tell you about the most common mistake people make when approaching them and what you can do instead. Alright, so good luck finding friends, lovers, partners, and I look forward to hearing how this goes for you. Why don't you just share your experience in the comments? Need any more advice or resources? Just, you know, comment below and I'll be happy to share with you. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please do share it, share the love with your friends, with your lovers, spread it so that other people can benefit as well. And that's it. See you in the next Q&A video.